Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm World Dragon, and this is Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, and we are at what I believe is the final boss of the game. I thought he was holding some weird weapon down here, but it is in fact his weird tail thing, his extended secondary spine. So yes, we are at what I believe is the last boss of the game. And so we set up last time. We checked out what he could do. Let's have another quick look. He does have this wonderful thing. As long as any shard, copy, or energy orb remain each time it is attacked, the Satan shard will gain a stack of reconceptualization and trigger reflective retribution on the attacker. I don't know if that's a permanent thing or whether it's a one-off. He's a combat master and he is immune to deathless, so which means he can't be affected by a lot of effects. Mental damage dealt to this creature is reduced by 50%, and machine damage is increased by 30%. Dimensional swap, he throws me around the map. Oh no, sorry, he swaps with one of his swaps. Unraveling reality, he creates copies of himself. Whereas he disperse, he throws me around the map. And flow inversion, a cone-shaped attack directed at the last enemy who dealt damage to the Satan shard. So yep, his stats are pretty high. He has 250% armor and 15,500 health. So he could be fun. Hello, Defender, and how are you? So yes, he should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and see if we can kill him first time. Let's start the battle. Hardo gets to go first due to his wonderful stats. Satan shard keeps jumping around. I think that's simply due to the fact that, well, he seems to be swapping positions with himself. I'm going to go and attempt to flank left. Not only is that actually where my opening is, that's not why I flanked left. Also, if he attacks me, hopefully he attacks just me with that cone-shaped attack thing. So we don't need to put an opening on him. We are going to go and make him
too easy.
A natural enemy. We're not going to go reckless.
Nothing I can't do.
Because I don't really want to give him extra attacks. He only gets 3 goes every round, so I think we'll avoid
Not a problem for me.
extra attacks. Let's go and take off a little bit of his armor. What are my chances to even hit? 66% chance. He has that high of a dodge. Dodge is 85%. Mostly put up by his agility, which we have already knocked off a little bit. And we've also taken off 1,500 health just by reducing his stats. We'll look to do that even more once we get to Cass. And we'll see what we can do. And so we can do one. No, wait, let's attack. If we can even hit him.
Suits my purposes.
Well, hey, we hit him. And we only did 43 damage. And that's usually our attack that does about
Nothing I can't do.
I don't know, 500. And we missed with the second one. He parried by not even moving.
The traits of purpose are unraveling.
Disarray. Why did it just say the words disarray? I do not know. Hemorrhage slowed, vulnerable, although he probably doesn't hemorrhage. No, he doesn't get damage over time by the looks of it. He is vulnerable. He is slowed. Not that I think that's going to be a problem for him, if I'm perfectly honest. And so, well, there's no point to be put in at all costs on him, because once he's dead, it's over. He's just going to move me around everywhere. And we have some Satan shards that have gone and jumped up. An eroding Satan shard. Just the 2. It looks like just the 2. Right, Cass is going to run back up here. We are going to use Waking Nightmare on him.
If I may.
Oh no, we've got another copy just here as well. All those copies have a go right at the end. I'm happy with that. And he's just gone. He is now lost 4,500 health just from lowering his stats. That's how we like it. His dodge has not gone down anymore. We need to get Abelard to hit him, really. And so where are we? We've got Abelard front left. We've got Pascal back here with me. Fajardo by there. Ulfa by there. Where's... Hang on, I should be able to see them on the map. Bottom left. Argento's down here. Okay. So Argento can take out this one. And then we've got... Well, probably. I mean, what's his stats? He's only got 75% armor, which is much nicer. He, of course, probably still does the... roughly the same style of and level of attacking. No, he only has one weapon. It's still pretty mean, mind you. Let's go and do...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Inquisitor's Ring. Everybody gets some... bonuses. Don't give Ulfa a boost for a turn.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
And... no, let's go and give Ulfa an extra go as well.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
We can't charge through to everybody. Or anybody, I should say. Please don't hit him. He missed. I got parried. That's even better. That's what I was hoping for. Because I want to go to Big Mean Bolter. And I want to...
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
That was a mistake. For some reason, I thought I had a full turn.
So shall it be. I have become the All-Father.
I should have used rapid fire. So yeah, so these guys, they're still pretty mean. Still pretty mean. Oh, of course we do as well. Let's go and throw down a grenade.
Cops play.
Go and lightly lob that down there. Let's go back and draw my melee weapon. In case I need to parry anything. Okay, that's the extra attack. One round, the target area's bonuses are doubled. Let's... Let's put, can we... what can we... can't see anything there. But you know what, let's just go and put it back here.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Let's go and bubble those bonuses.
If I may.
Go and double those bonuses. Do I have the DLC? I have no idea. Well, I do Defender, but I got it whilst I was playing this playthrough. So I'm going to be using the DLC on my next playthrough, because there will be another playthrough, most definitely. I'm enjoying this game. And so we've still got so many action points, it's ridiculous. And so I can't see this guy, apparently. There's this giant thing in our way. In that case, we shall... warp curse him. We shall...
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
start to do some damage.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
A prominence cannot damage a star.
He is immobilized. He's down on 424 health. And we are going to give some extra resolve to... we see it? No, we can't see Argento, so we'll go throw it on Ulfar again.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
And let's see what we can get for momentum.
Entropy whispers
What did he do? Ouch. I think we are going to have to play with a little bit of healing in this one. We don't usually. So he swapped positions with this guy, okay. But what did Nomos do? Does Nomos use his ability Breath of Fatality on Pascal? I think that's what we've got. So Pascal. And I can't see what that's gone and done. Maybe it gave me... And I can't see what Nomos does in the slightest. Maybe it gave me more health or something. I'm really not sure. Multiple, who am I on? Ulfa. Let us come and... I can't charge these guys. Very strange.
Our foes reek of cowardice. So shall it be.
I'm pretty sure he cannot be knocked pro. Well, hey, 154 damage.
Bite of death.
And we're going to... I'm going to kick him.
The threads of purpose are unraveling.
I wonder if by creating copies he in fact loses health. I wonder if they take something away from him or whether they're just free copies.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father. See how I become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
I'm surprised by how much I missed that. He has... Oh, in fact, we can probably stick to this. He has 8 health remaining.
Ray. Corpse play. Roots out of your bones.
Nice. No, it doesn't seem to have affected him. That does, of course, get rid of 1 shard. Now, we're going to go for steady superiority.
Perish.
And... I'm scared about shooting this one because I think I would hit Pascal, but I'm not entirely sure. No, I can avoid them both apparently.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Nice. Good bit of damage. I should be able to get rid of that eroding shard as well. Let's switch back to the physical weapon in case I need to parry anything. That is Ulfa Argenta. Let's stick myself in behind here, because the only person he could now swap with would be this one, and most of us are pretty well shielded from him. 142.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Concentrate. Let's mark him as prey.
Doubt is
I'm
for
gonna
the
mark him
weak.
as prey. And
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'll definitely get through some armor.
Each is a prayer.
321 damage. Let's... I can get... Depends if he moves or not. But I can get at least cover from where he is now. We're going to move to there. We're going to start analyze him. And we are actually going to heal ourselves. Contains battle stimulators. Yes, which gives 30. Pretty much the same. Get added strength for 3 rounds.
Integrity factor increased.
Nice. Okay. And do you know what? We're going to go and
Running binary override.
mark that guy as well. Have a wonderful ability to run and gun.
Faith without deeds is
We didn't actually end up
worthless.
using this combat zone at all. Oh, can't quite get round to there. We can, although we're starting to bunch up a bit, which makes me highly nervous. I mean, he does go next.
I will bathe this
Do you know what? No,
battlefield
we're
in righteous fury.
going to skip the ability for an extra attack. In fact, let's swap weapons. Pretty sure I could probably shoot him. However, what was that skill? Suffers minus 10 deflection, minus 50% armor for each stack of structural vulnerability. Duration permanent. Interesting. I think that's because I've gone and destroyed his extras. So that is the bonus of destroying his extras. He does start to lose his deflection. What is his deflection? 30. Wow, that's quite a lot. So what does he have? Quantum cognition. A stack of reconceptualization and trigger reflect. I don't know if reconceptualization gets rid of a structural vulnerability, but I don't want to risk it. And so, yeah, we are. I don't suppose I can somehow get round with a Tesla grenade. No, it doesn't look like it. We're going to save Furious Recital. We are going to.
I'll do it.
Let's turn on Raid. He did nothing. That's interesting and odd all at the same time. I'm going to come and stand right here. No, I'm going to come and stand right here.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
No, I can't see him, so let's simply put it on this guy.
My vow is to serve.
Hang on, so he's got all of that. Did it not? Oh yeah, it did turn up on him. He had 10 stacks somehow. I'm not going to wonder how. I'm just going to enjoy the fact of it.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Nice. What have we got left? 2 AP points. Let's hit him again. And takes extra damage from machine abilities. His stats are all ridiculously low. And I really wish Abelard was free to attack the other guy. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Yeah, because he's not really got... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually stick Abelard
My place is at the fore.
next to him, ready to attack him, because I'd love to be able to put all the other stats on him that we get from the Liturgy of Exhaustion. We're
At
going to
your
go
beck and
and
call.
add that. We're going to add defensive stance. We're going to say, oh,
It
you
will
big
be
and
done.
ugly. We're going to make him a sworn enemy. We're going to say Bulwark, just in case he actually tries to shoot me. And we're going to leave Abelard there.
What else but a canvas of paradoxes?
He shot nobody, I think.
Already done.
So we're going to go and kill this guy. This might, of course, be a stupid thing, because this might actually, in essence... If I come to there, can I then see him? I can.
Advancing. Running binary override.
Machine Spirit Communion. because he might just go and remake his shards once again this round. Let's double check. Structural weakness. Yep, 3 out of 10. That is fantastic. That goes up to 10 stacks. So I don't really know what happens, for instance, after the first 5, because after the first 5, he will have 0 armor and 0 deflection. Whether it starts to affect his dodge, I don't know. But, fortunately, that's all Bahadur wrote, to be honest.
Not a problem for me.
Let's simply go and add that, and that'll be Bahadur. That's what I was hoping, and there's Liturgy of Exhaustion. Ow, ow, ow. Ah, 3 damage. We will take that. So the Satan Shard. He's actually got a bit more health back, which is interesting. He is disarmed, which is fantastic. That is all he got, though. He has lost Staggered. That's why his health has gone back up a little bit. He has lost the Hunter of Phobos 6, Purge of Phobos 6. I actually forgot what it is. There is no attack limit. Right, so we're going to go and
Isn't
put
this a job for the serfs?
Finest Hour on Abelard, and then we're going to give
paint
him
your death in colors.
an extra go. We're going to step up. We're going to
A
turn on
tactically
parry.
sound approach.
0.1. We're going to pretty much turn on everything 0.1
At your
because it's all
beck and
free. We're going to make him a sworn enemy. We are going to taunting
will be
scream
done.
him just to make sure we're still priority. We get bonuses for that. We
I
are going to
will
go
do my
reckless.
duty.
And then we're going to swing.
An exemplary strike. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Fine. Let's
Indeed.
go and add those temporary hit points back. And let's just start
Victory
swinging.
is imminent.
Threads of purpose unraveling.
It will be done.
Oh, he parried that one. That's
I will
disgusting.
do my duty.
I ran a recount. We're going to go and put on Bulwark in case he tries to shoot me again, and brace for impact. Where it gains +1 temporary wounds for each stack. Beautiful. These temporary wounds could not exceed 11, yet apparently I can get 100 stacks of Epicenter of Slaughter. I ask you, what is the point, really? They may as well cap it at, I don't know, let's just say 20 in case you get any other buffs. But I feel like 100 is just, you know, pointless. Okay, so we took off 2,000 health. Give or take. So that's very nicely done. And then let's also go and warp curse him.
I am a navigator, not a servant. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Don't do that. He is finally below the big 10,000. So we technically have gotten rid of a third of his health already.
If I may.
I say technically because we've kind of shaved some off the top. But
The fame-hungry come.
let's ignore the technicalities. Let's switch back to the bigger bolter. I'm gonna go and reload. Although this could very much hurt Avalard. 0% chance of hitting him. I'm gonna tell him to dodge anyway,
See how the wolf succeeds.
because that's what we need.
My hand is thunder. My
There you go, dodge.
strike is ruin.
And we can do the same thing again. Let's make it a
So
devastating
shall
attack.
be.
Not gonna have as many shots, but
Wolves ready. Feel the icy bite
nice. He's down below 9,000 health now.
of my
Can't reload.
instincts tell me to refuse.
Good instincts, my friend. Good instinct. And let's just go and give Abelard a few
I'm
more
not
stats.
accustomed to being ordered around.
As I feel like I have now told him to be the pinata for the Satan Shard. He just went and cast something. Where's Nomos? I feel like all he went and did was... Yeah, deals damage. Cassia Abelard uses Cassia Bajado. Got a whole bunch of stuff somehow. Used ability Breath of Fatality on Argenta. Oh. Grants the Nomos' boon effect to allies. Okay. What the crap is that? Save the kill, hunt down the prey, Inquisitor's Decree, hunt down the prey. The 1 star? Feel like that's not it. Heightened concentration. Prevalent Slaughter, Winded, Machine Spirit Communion. Yeah, who knows? Who truly knows? Maybe it is the one. Source Argenta. No, maybe not. Yes, there you go. Source Inquisitor's Decree, Source Cassia. So I don't have a clue what. Where is Argenta hiding? I mean, I don't have anything from Nomos. Nothing at all. So I truly don't know what he's actually doing. Ulfa. Let's come in point blank range. And let's kick him.
The wolf is on the hunt.
Let's just double check out of curiosity. Oh, look at all of those disarms. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Disperse? No. Unravel reality. Various copies of itself. Oh wow, the cooldown is 9 rounds. Ah, wow, there was me worrying that would be happening very, very often.
So in my hand is thunder.
Looks like I was
My strike is ruin.
potentially wrong. Let's go and let's do the same again.
Wolves, I become the All-Father's worthy instrument.
Let's shoot him.
Feel the icy bite of death.
Let's reload. He missed. Feel like I'm too close for him to hit me. Our next attack will cost 2 points, so let's go and make it devastating.
Wolves, my hand is thunder.
Injuries to my release, I see. You will be erased. Okay. That wasn't 9 cooldowns. 9 turns cooldown. He clearly got angry at me because we've gotten rid of half of his health. Disintegrating Shard Copay. 1, 2, and 3 of those again. But we now do have this mysterious thing that I didn't know what was going to happen. The next turn, the Satan Shard will explode the orb to deal lethal damage to all enemies. Really? So in other words, what you're saying is, get rid of it. Ha! Weapons! Trap. It's trap! Can we... Parried? Yes, I can get a special attack.
See how the wolf I have become the All-Father's worthy.
Oh nice, we hit both of them.
instrument.
I'll take that. Let's switch back to the melee weapon. Yeah, we need to get rid of this energy orb.
Fractured echoes beckon.
Oh wow. He got an attack. It didn't do much, but he got an attack. How are we looking? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just down on the combat order, please. Structuring shard copy. That's what they're all called. No, disintegrating. Ethereal orb. He's disintegrating. Okay, he's structuring. What's a structuring one do? Matter absorption. Grants stand shard extra temporary wounds. Oh, wow, that's... Is it? Supermassive prominence, a cone-shaped area attack. So, I want to get rid of this one then. Because he apparently can give the stand shard extra temporary wounds.
As
I'm
the
gonna go mark him
Emperor
as prey.
commands, I act.
May as well.
I'll
Don't
do
concentrate.
Doubt
Kill
is
the
for the
ball.
weak. I'll
Get
do
a
it.
piercing shot. Let's burn this guy.
Faith without deed is why I was chosen.
Integrity. Gone.
Go and burn him some more. Go and revel in slaughter, and then let's go and raid.
What else but canvas paradoxes?
Okay, he tried to hit somebody. Well, now that's the disintegrating shard copy. He's by there. What did he just go into? Oh! He's making more energy orbs. Pascal suffers an old injury. Pascal even get hit? Or is he? No, he's just had an injury that long. He uses Disintegrate Dawn ability. Well, he's just popping out some Satan shards, isn't he? Who, what, why, and where are we? We are Pascal. We are Pascal.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Embrace you, machine spirit.
Question, does this work?
Request approved.
No, it does not. Oh, why is it not letting me use my offhand with a claim the bounty attack? Why? it has no ammo. That could be why for a start. That's a pain. That's a huge pain. That's temporary lethal pain. Abelard, Abelard, Abelard. See, after Abelard, we get energy orbs going off, which apparently do lethal damage. Which I don't really want to see too close up, to be honest.
Indeed. Victory is imminent.
Unfortunately, Abelard's a bit of a one attack.
At your
horse.
beck and call. It will be done.
He doesn't really get much else to get done, to be honest. Okay, no, they don't.
I'll live another day.
Why, hello. Let us get rid of these shards,
Suits
quite
my
frankly.
purposes.
We'll come back for you, don't you worry.
There's nowhere to hide. All too easy.
Because they do kind of scare me, you know. The promise of lethal damage
You didn't stand a chance.
is enough to make anybody stand up and pay attention. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. The Satan Shard has grown. He's put on his big boy pants. He now has Disintegrating Dawn. Next turn, the orb explodes to destroy all enemies. So that's interesting. Damages all enemies around the Satan Shard. All enemies must attempt to dodge or fall prone. Okay, so he's got a couple of new abilities. He's also lost his stacks of I'm now much weaker. So they've all gone. And yeah. And he loves putting down those orbs, doesn't he? He just loves putting down those orbs. So what we're gonna go and do, Is his health going up? Just below 8,000. We'll keep an eye on that. We're going to go and...
Isn't this a job for the
boost
serfs?
Bahador's stats, and we're going to go and give him an extra turn.
Not. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Because, quite frankly, this thing can just die.
Not a problem. There's nowhere to hide. Suits my purpose.
Almost. We don't have to do much more to get rid of it.
Isn't this a job for the serfs, as duty demands?
Now, and nice. All rolled into one. Now we have a heroic act. Let us... Yeah, let's go and put
I'm
a
not
bit more
accustomed
damage
to being ordered around.
against that guy. Extra resolve can go to the guy I can't see. That's not really going to work, is it? Apparently I can't quite reach Argenta with it either. Oh, let us... Can we...
If I may.
We can put the front line back down there.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And then let's go and give a little bit of a boost to
I
Pascal.
am a navigator, not a servitor.
And that'll be Cass. Yeah, we're gonna get some boon off Novos. Wow, he really likes those shards, doesn't he? That's like his one dream in life, is to put down a shard.
I hunger for
I'm gonna step one this way. I'm going to reload.
Wolf's reign.
We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna auto dodge for our allies.
Than a warrior of the All-Father.
And we're gonna destroy this freaking shard.
So shall it be. Feel the icy bite of
So that we can hit
death.
this guy in the background, basically. And we're gonna attempt to destroy the shard some more. Whilst hitting the guy in the background.
I have been died in disgrace.
Nice! We've almost gotten rid of this disintegrating shard copy. Triangle multipoint, disintegrating shard copy, disintegrating shard copy. Maybe this is what is giving him disintegration dawn. I mean, that would make sense, right? That would make sense that that's what's giving him the ability to do that.
Wolf's reign.
I'm going to come to this side. Because maybe I can then go and do the same thing if the orb turns back up again. Although, no, we don't want to hit the Satan shard. Not at this point. Anyway, so we'll come to this side. And we're going to go and do the same thing against this guy.
Our foes reek of cowardice. Out of your
That's him gone.
bones.
He should, I'm guessing, still have... Yes. Cooldown rounds 999. Well, are you sure? After Ulfar goes a disintegrating shard copy. Hoping that wouldn't be a problem. Then we get Argenta. Let's run and gun. I'm going to transfer over to this side.
A fleeting moment of
I'm going to shoot him. Now I kind of want to do firearm mastery, which I actually think does... Yes, it reloads their current weapon, so let's go and do that. That was my worry about the reload.
I have become the All-Father's worthy.
So let's have a look at this guy now.
Suffered the singularity of a
He still has disintegrating dawn. Okay, so that does still exist. He does have 2 points of structural weakness now. Let's pop to there and shoot this guy.
Fame-hungry come.
We might be able to get rid of his copies. Can I get... Oh, I don't get one more attack. That's all it would have taken. He is down to, what, 88 health. Argenta. Let's... I'm going to have you run this way.
Guided by faith.
Believe, yes, I have run and gun. So let's have you... Only a 69% chance. Yeah, he's dead.
Emperor's judgment.
Echoes of time.
I'm gonna come around here.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
I'm gonna add another effect of that. Does he still have... Oh, he does. So no, he's just... We've got him down to half health, and he's just gone and put on his big boy pants. Which is fine.
Knows all, comprehends all.
Which is fine. I will take on any god that wants to have a go, quite frankly.
Cogitation fails.
Oh, we're out of range, you say?
My vow is to serve.
See, he's still marked as prey. We need you
As the
to run and
Emperor
gun.
commands, I act.
Ideally, I'd like you to, yes, come into this
God
corner.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Then we will concentrate. Here's some
I
more
will
armor.
not.
No,
Doubt is for the weak.
grab that.
I'll do it.
Only 135 health. That's actually a little bit disappointing, if I'm honest. And then we flame nobody. So yeah, no, I think he did have temporary hit points from that structural guy. It was about 1,000 because I think he's gone and lost those. Because I've not just gone and done 1,000 damage to him. Go and reload. And then
As
let's
the
hit up
Emperor
some raid.
commands, I act.
Everybody else can get a bit more damage to him. And disintegrating dawn. Beautiful. We hate your work. Right, now then. I'm going to come to here. Unfortunately, all of our stacks have gone and turned off.
Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
I'd sneeze. So we're going to go and put that back on him. We're going to go and reload, which takes 4 AP. That's painful and disgusting all at the same time. We are going to go and shoot this guy, however. Ouch!
Predator does not become prey.
Is all I can say to that one. No, wait. Whilst that's around, he gets a thing of conceptualize. I don't know.
Request approved.
It doesn't do any damage to that thing. I think I found that out a minute ago. I don't know why I forgot about that. And so with that, unfortunately, pretty much all he wrote. Straight back to Pascal. Odd. Means that came off again.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Okay, it's not much to put it back on. He has 100 stacks of something. Bahador. Destroyer. Every melee attack the character makes reduces the target's armor by minus 13% until the end of combat. Stack 100 out of 100. Yeah, I don't see his combat going down by 130%, but we won't worry about that. And now, unfortunately, we have to go and kill this thing. That's how this works.
At your beck and call. Target well struck.
Trying to chase. We do have... Let's put a few more temporary hit points on.
Imminent.
Let's go into a critical hit against that thing. Now, of course, the bonus to all of this is destroying these things does keep giving me Heroic axe, pretty much. Go and lower those stats. Let's go and lower those
Nothing I
stats.
can't do.
We have an opening in front of us. Let's go and add temporary hit points because I shot myself in the face.
Suits my purposes.
We're gonna go crazy.
Not a problem.
1,000 damage. It was worth the retaliation. He's now on 4,500 health. And I could heal myself. I could. But, oh wait, no, so we can add another opening again.
Nothing I can't do.
I'm just going to attack him again.
Suits my purposes. Watch and learn.
Another 650 damage, ladies and gentlemen. He's down to 4,000 health. And he's going to go and make another orb, of course. Let us...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
give Ulfar some bonus stats, and let's also give him another go.
If I may.
Question is, Ulfar, my man, can you? Can go crazy. That's a definite.
I will carve out of your bow.
There comes a heroic act. Let's come around to here. Nobody in the background is there? No, I didn't think so. Let's go and... Woo, that is another 1,000 damage. And we're going to go and reload off that. Sold. Let us go and...
Isn't this a
put the
job
front
for the
line
serfs?
on that side, and...
That is foolishness. If only that were possible.
It is possible. You've just put the zone down there. Stop screwing with me.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh. He, just put on even bigger big boy pants. And so just in case, do we have anything new? We had Void Doom. The Sand Shard sentences an enemy to annihilation. Wow, you are absolutely freaking kidding me. We'll see how that one works. And so we have the Structuring Shard copy. It's going to give him a bit more health, I think. Disintegrating and... Eroding Shard copy. What do you do? We don't know just yet. We don't know. So... of course, he comes with extra abilities. Let us go and... Can't quite see Bahadur. Let us go and simply get rid of the Doomsday Machine, I think. Then there's just so much more of which I could potentially do.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That you start to pass on some Warp Nightmares. And...
Me? If you
he's already
insist,
gone and
Lord
got it,
Captain.
and it doesn't stack. But we should get it on that guy. Alright. Oh, what did he do? What did he do? I didn't see anything happening. Willpower group resistance. Applied. Uses unraveling reality. That was before. He had staggered effect applied. Had staggered effect applied. I passed a willpower test. I don't know, I feel like he maybe just tried to kill me. I really don't appreciate it. We're gonna come to here.
So it shall be.
We're gonna get on. Oh wow. Oh wow. Has he gone and doubled everything? He has gone and doubled everything. Oh dear lord. Let's go.
See how the right hand is thunder, in distress. My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
Go and come down there. Let's basically, yes, let's step down.
So shall it be.
Let's go and give these guys some love.
None can do this. Feel the icy bite of death.
Oh, beautiful shooting. Let's go and do it all over again. Beautiful, that's those two gone. He now has 2 stacks of that back on again. Fantastic. Let's go and reload.
So it shall be.
Let's go and run and gun. And how can we try and take down this guy? Simply because... Oh, I got that guy. Simply because we do a lot of damage with these attacks. And I'm in fact going to run over this way. Magenta, let us... How much health has he got? He's actually got quite a lot of health. I'm not going to mark him as prey, however, because I can't.
I'll do it. Faith without
going up
deeds
some
is
stats.
worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
I actually do get bonus damage if I'm closer. I forgot about that. I think if they're within
Rejoice
3
in battle.
tiles, actually, I think I do bonus damage. Right. So that's... He's down on 3,000 health once more.
I'll do it.
That's the bonus health. And then, I mean... Who comes next? We have a Satan Shard. And then we have Pascal and Abelard. I'm going to go and... switch weapon. We're going to go and play some...
light I stand, and thy light
some
I
firearm mastery. Low momentum. Yes. Hang on, are you telling me I cannot see? I cannot see this shard copy. Are you joking? You are absolutely kidding me. You are telling me I cannot see that? He's right there. Oh man, we need to... We really need to sort out these lines of fire that this game gives us. Because I do get how that is... But, like, why can't I hit this part of him or these 2 parts of him or... Like, the thing about being a giant creature is that you don't get to... I can't even see the Satan Shard. I mean, again, how? I don't know. How is there not a line of sight going through there? Well, that was actually a wasted heroic act. That's extremely annoying. Oh. He gets something if you attack. Reconceptualization. Each stack produces all incoming damage dealt to Satan Shard by -2%. All stacks are removed after the Satan Shard's turn. Okay. He just went and tried to blow up Abelard, which was not really that appreciated, to be honest. Oh, wait, hang on. We're on Pascal. Pascal, you just simply stay where you are. We need to reload again. Let's go and...
My vow is to serve.
I'm going to mark both of these guys as prey.
Binaric override.
He went and gained 500 health back somehow. No, I didn't want to click on Pascal. Oh, he managed to do that one. Let's piercing shot. I shouldn't have done that. I've used too many abilities. I have nothing left. Go and take a step forward. And let's simply go and hit this guy in the face. The giant Omnissiah's axe. And then let's go and do the same thing again.
Approved. A fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
Abelard, and we are going to go a little bit crazy. We're going to add parry. can add extra health.
I'm not interested.
We're also going to go and put a bit of deflection on there. And then for our last attack, we're going to hit both of these guys. I was about to say, it apparently killed both of them, which we almost did. This guy has... Oh, come on, what is this? 8 health.
Running binary override.
Let's go and finish that off.
Is a tapestry of contradictions.
Satan Shard has 0 armor and 0 deflection.
My vow is to serve.
That should actually last until pretty much the end of everything now. Plus 22 health from Abelard.
Nothing
charge.
I can't do.
Straight in. And then, right, we want an opening. I want temporary hit points. I want to go reckless. And then I want to swing at this guy.
Another clean strike.
Poor Abelard. Poor Abelard.
Suits my purposes.
Fajardo just dodges and everything just hits Abelard behind him. Oh, that's ridiculous.
All too easy.
Alright, we are down to, what was that, 1200 health? 1262 health. Oh. Here comes a shiny, shiny energy orb. We're going to go and... Can we from here? Can.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Ulfar, let us
So it shall be.
revel in some more slaughter.
Wolves reign.
Let's get rid of this stupid orb.
Corpse play. Feel I will carve runes out of your bones.
Come stand here, and let's go and do the same thing to this guy.
I hunger for battle. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Nice. And then I guess we reload.
So shall it be.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Quiet and just kill him.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh, and I could probably
If I may.
move that and double its effects. Let's go and boost the stats of I don't know if it matters. But I'm going to
I'm afraid
say...
not.
I think I've gone and done most, to be honest. Give a bit more health and love to Fajardo. Go and leave it at that. And almost do whatever it is you're supposed to do. A giant energy ball once more. Let us go and...
See how the wolf succeeds. Disgrace.
remove that again. No, in fact, we are going to stay out. We're going to go back to our other weapon set.
None can do this. My hand is thunder.
Can't really beat about 1,000 damage from one attack. And there you have it. The stand shard is dead, ladies and gentlemen. He has been stopped. Wannabe gods thinking they can come down and pick a fight with me. The ancient monster struggles against the energy manacles of the yoke. Its impossible powers that make reality itself burst at the seams are now being forced into a compact dungeon, quark by quark, returning it to a cruel and painful non-existent in the moment. It could struggle harder, but something is hindering it. You are the cause of these hindrances. Only now does Satan's shard turn its focus to you. For the battle was nothing more than a reflexive resistance of an alien mind absorbed in a completely different range of thoughts and responses. But now, it is thinking about you, and its thoughts are so corporeal that you can sense them and know them. It seems an end to the confrontation. It is capable of resolving it in a way that would benefit all. More and more tears appear all over the shard's form. Sorry, tears. As the yoke absorbs its power, it becomes increasingly harder for the shard to maintain its physical structure. Each imperfection you inflict brings the Star Predator closer to imprisonment. Do not bow your head before our abominable precursor. It was begotten by the dark abysses of the past. It is a fragment of that which devoured stars and erased civilizations. It knows no benefit other than its own. Allow us to stand against it. This is our time, our impossible chance. I just saw a flicker of Theodora's picture, I feel. And there she is. As yet another layer of reality cracks, a figure appears before you. Her. After giving you a probing and appraising look, Theodora permits herself a slight smile. Nomos. If our birth ever had a purpose, then it is here and now. Why do you call the shard your precursor? Because that is what it is and what we are. We have told you before about Theodora's ambition. Amanat's mind, the ship's cradle, the epitaph's secret. One sprouted into another and spurred yet another. Thus, Nomos were born. We were but an echo of the shard's power, an echo that left its prison. But we have become something so much more with your help. What do you intend to do? Clash with the precursor. Touch it, absorb it, so that the reflection becomes the object reflected. So that the shard becomes Nomos. Then, and only then, will its threat be eradicated forever. Do you think you can do this? We stand at the threshold of probabilities and outside the bounds of the predictable. It is beyond possible to know whether we can or cannot. But we are poised to die trying. This is our sacrifice to the light of terror, our chance to atone for our birth. If we survive, we will use the shard's power to serve the Imperium at its most loyal and powerful subject that there is or ever will be. Titan are immortal. Yes, I had a feeling being a god it probably wouldn't go away so easily, but we'll see what happens. I have made my decision. I consign you to oblivion without end. You shall bend to my will, destroy the yoke, and kneel before the ancient deity I am ready to serve. Hell no. Face Nomos, act now, my child. We are ready for the most important battle of our life. Wish us luck. Nomos steps towards the shard, and the whole world explodes into a terrifying whirlwind. You can hear the colors and see the touches. Ice burns your hands while fire leaves you freezing. And in the midst of this madness, you can clearly sense a battle raging. A clash of two beings, one endlessly ancient and the other endlessly young. Go on, Nomos! Fight, 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 fight! See what happens. Hey, who knows? Maybe I get a bit of a sealed god on my side through Nomos. We do like Nomos, at least I do. The power of the Satan Shard is such that it redefines the very notion of power. But it has a weakness. One that you can see only now. With the Shard and its rival standing face to face. The Shard is just that. A Shard. It is incomplete. It is not whole. And it cannot be what the Satan was before. What opposes the Shard is something entirely different. An undivided, sentient being with a clear purpose in mind. Akin to a well-aimed arrow. And the one who fletched and loosed this arrow was you. The battle goes on, and on, and on, outrunning the course of time. But you do not need the gift of clairvoyance to know who will emerge victorious. Come on, Nomos. Love it. Oh. Inside the yoke he goes. Shadows of the Future. The Stan Shard was transmuted into a new form, and their name was Nomos. Possessing the power of an ancient being and nurtured by the rogue trader, the young star god watched over the Coronis Expanse, their new domain, with curiosity. Gathering its bleeding world together again, the rogue trader restored order in the Expanse without compromise, protecting the faith and leaving behind any notion that the region could ever be beyond his righteous justice. An expansion began that would slowly turn the sector into a new province of the Imperium, where rogue traders were no longer needed. The subjected deity in House von Valencia's service ensured the Imperium's firm grip on the Expanse's throat. By eradicating enemies and unbelievers, the rogue trader bestowed a gift upon the sector of faith in the certainty of retribution. Perceiving themselves as an entity deeply beholden to the Emperor, at the very least on account of their unholy existence, Nomos exterminated corruption with extra zeal, sometimes raising entire worlds. Weaknesses of human nature, such as doubt, mercy, or self-loathing, were unknown to the God Emperor's perfect beast. The news from the Expanse was met with deep concern in the Imperium. Some began speaking of a punitive campaign, though they quickly fell silent. A lone ship broke through the Great Rift, carrying a letter to Dargonus bearing the Inquisition's seal. But what the letter contained and who penned it is better left unknown. Strict abidance by the law and devotion to the Imperial Creed brought great renown to the rogue trader. Every planetary turn on every world in the sector, thousands of prayers were offered up to the Golden Throne, praising the name of the Guardian of the Coronis Expanse. Incendia Corda continued her merciless fight against the heresies plaguing the Expanse. Not concerning herself with notions of jurisdiction, she brought the Imperium's justice everywhere she went, killing heretics by the thousands. Stained glass windows with her likeness illuminated by bonfires graced the sector's chapels. With her tightening grip of fear, the prayers of the pious became ever more fervent in their reverence of the gracious chastiser. After openly embracing the patronage of the Skull God, Caligos Winterscale swept over the Expanse like a fiery tornado, bombing peaceful planets and destroying void ships. His dynasty's realm became a nest of piracy and heresy that required immediate purging. Would you look at that? He fell to Khorne. Thanks to the patronage of the Von Valencius dynasty, the cult of Saint Drusus was successful in spreading its influence across the Expanse. Overshadowed, the cults of other saints lost their followers and faced a harsh choice: slip into obscurity, or swear allegiance to the ideals of Drusus the warrior. Hieronymus Doloroso remained the most revered priest in the cult of Saint Drusus. He turned no one away, hearing confessions from pirates, bilge rats, deserters, and beggars alike. It might have been one of those undeserving wretches who infected him with a rare form of leprosy that robbed him of his sight. Yet his heart could always see the corruption in the souls of his repenting children. The deal struck by the Cognizance fleet and the Von Valencius dynasty replenished the Explorators' dwindling supplies and allowed them to re-embark on a rapid and unrelenting expansion campaign. With powerful bases established in the Expanse, the Omnissiah scouts bravely ventured forth towards unnamed stars with the same drive that propelled their ancestors to explore the Expanse itself. The schism of discontinuing the cycle engulfed the entire Cognizance fleet, and soon the Civil War was over. Disregarding the commandments of their forefathers, the Explorators started down a dangerous path of new comprehension, creation, and revision of procedures and algorithms. The fleet was united once more, and in its unity, it was ready to stare down any horrors standing in the way of the catechism of maintenance and operation. Magos Dominos Opticon 22 one of the first to hail the return of the Messiah, took the helm of the Mother Squadron of the Cognizance Fleet. Unquestioningly embracing the teaching of discontinuing the cycle, he personally saw to the crushing of any renegades who did not accept the Messiah's word as truth, and earned himself the identifier Chrome Scourge. The crisis in the Expanse dealt a serious blow to the business interests of the Fellowship of the Void. Having no powerful allies, they retreated into the darkness of frontier systems. The hard life they faced there forged them into a new tribe, furious, wild, and willing to do anything for survival. They swore to return and take what had once been theirs. After Ryza's death, her place was taken by a quiet man who simply called himself a useful acquaintance, and was prone to coining his own nonsensical words. Few guessed that this scrawny fellow had been Ryza's first mate, who possessed an iron will and a truly monstrous nature. On his quiet orders, the pirates conducted brazen and violent raids. Violence throughout the Expanse put many on their guard, and as a result, the Casbalika mission's business declined. Soon, rumors surfaced among the cold traders about a so-called commission that had made it through the Maw and into the Expanse. Its professed purpose was to audit assets and take measures to restructure operations. These words carried with them an ominous threat. When Octavia became the new leader of the Casbalika mission, she made every effort not to end up like Vladium. The mission's leadership demanded profits, and Chordisan forces thirsted for blood. Octaviana's dilemma sorted itself out when one day all of Footfall's cold traders were arrested and herded onto the Adeptus Amazecus. The ship was undocked from the station and left to drift towards Furibundus with no fuel and almost no air. Octaviana was not on board. She had made a deal to turn over all her accomplices, and she disappeared with a fortune in thrones. A multitude of agreements bound the Imperial Navy to the Von Valentius dynasty. Captains were eager to patrol the Protectorate, knowing they would be richly rewarded. Competing ships were lost to pirate attacks and subjected to harsh inspections. Many officers quietly entered the dynasty's service, receiving a salary and title in exchange for their excellent skills. Worthy admirals valued their new friends and enjoyed more gold on their uniforms. Chartist Captain Austerius Thorfast founded the Thorfast and Companions Merchant Company. Excelling in trade and acquiring a substantial escort fleet, after 3 decades, he traveled to the Maw to return to the Imperium in hopes of obtaining the fabled Warrant of Trade. It is not known how this venture ended. Dargonus grew and prospered until it became the capital of the Coronis Expanse. The planet was like a giant magnet whose pull held together the worlds of the Expanse, absorbing the treasures and vices of the sector. Humanity was exploring the Expanse, and Dargonus became the capital for brave starfarers and pioneers. It was from here that expeditions departed into the uncharted wilderness, and here they returned bearing wondrous trophies. Captains, cartographers, and scribes flocked here to exchange news. Yavagama washed off the stain of its former defilement and became known as a pious and productive world. Hard work and inquisitive study of the mysteries of technology glorified the Deus Mechanicus. The enthroned Null Caliph drew millions of pilgrims and granted the planet hallowed status. Its sacred calculation continued for centuries, and the foremost sagas of the Adeptus Mechanicus traveled to the world so they could attempt to divine its meaning. Janus was conquered, Xenos spirits were exorcised, and the wilderness was subdued. The fields grew until they covered the entire planet, and billions of tons of provisions were harvested there. Janus had become the breadbasket of the Expanse, and to threaten it would be to condemn millions to starvation. The dark rule of the Seekers of the Forbidden was established on Janus. While terrified serfs toiled in the fields, in the lofty castles, wise renegades studied the knowledge of the Xenos, learned their filthy language, and embraced their culture. The mists born of irrigation devices hid the evil work from the righteous. The mines of Phoebo 6 grew deeper and deeper, and soon the planet became the darkest and most frightening colony of the Expanse. The final stop for the exiled and the damned. The brutal, hardened inhabitants of the Death World feared neither humans nor Xeno horrors, knew no mercy, and were known as the most fearsome fighters in the sector. who had traded their lives for the right to leave the eternal darkness of the mines. Guarded luxury palaces were built under the climate domes, shrouded by clouds of poison. They housed so many powerful black guards, persecuted aristocrats, and wealthy scoundrels that Phoebos 6 gained unimaginable political influence. Such grand and sinister deeds were done there that before long, the grim Death World was spoken of as the new political center of the Expanse. No longer secluded and forlorn, Foulstone turned into the spiritual center of the Expanse. Glad in gold and power, rulers went there to be anointed for greatness, criminals for penance, and the righteous for encouragement. And there was no end to them in sight. Converted into a comet shrine, Foulstone's moon spread the word of Saint Cognatius throughout the Expanse. Protecting worlds from attacks by the enemies of humanity, its servants asked for neither money nor power, but only the relics left by their blessed patron. The wise handed them over with reverence, while the haughty learned how heavy the hammer of Foulstone was. The fate of the pure-voiced prophet, guardian of the hallowed crucible, was a sad one. After visiting 7 worlds and bestowing the blessing of transformation upon them, he perished at the hands of bloodthirsty Drukhari pirates, along with his retinue and the priceless relics. With the fall of their unholy patron, the edge of daybreak, the cult of the Final Dawn perished as well. Every cell of the cult was hunted down and eliminated. Rumors that some worshippers of the ruinous power had managed to get away, hiding, and the writings of their warp-banished lord under their robes were baseless. Left without a mission or a leader, the word-bearers retreated to the depths of the Immaterium. Their last act of vengeance was a bloody assault on Footfall. The populace of several asteroids was exterminated or enslaved, and the statue of the God Emperor was badly damaged. The great judgment of Incendia Corda and the atrocities committed by her confessional units bled Footfall dry. The station soon faced a labor shortage, and few survivors of the religious purges could handle the increased workloads. Without thrones from the cold trade, the station fell into decay. Footfall entered an era of piety, hunger, and hardship. Left without a sun, the Rykad system ceased to exist. Now frigid planets spun away into the darkness, no longer held by the gravitational pull of their star. A century later, a fragment of Rykad Minoris entered the Furibunda system and was snared by void miners. A piece of its rock was delivered to Footfall with reverence and used in the restoration of the God Emperor's statue as a final memorial to the world devoured by corruption. Rumors of the rotting remains of an Eldari craft world spread around the Expanse. Explorators, privateers, Casablanca agents, and anyone hungry for easy money all rushed to frontier systems to vie for a piece of the prize. Some were swallowed by the warp, while others perished in skirmishes with their rivals. The most skilled and fortunate returned empty-handed after decades of searching. The colossal ship, as big as an imperial world, simply vanished, as if it had never existed. But the legend of the forbidden treasure lived on and continued to bring daring souls to ruin. Half a century later, the Expanse trembled to the echo of Eldari war songs. Myriad warbands appeared out of nowhere, leaving a trail of bodies in their wake before disappearing into webway gates. Masterfully hidden from the eyes of Monkey, the children of Assyrian had come to avenge the death of the craft world, Hudarak. Their woeful retribution lasted many decades until both races were war-worn and out of blood to spill. The spirit monolith, purified by the Harlequin troop on the Crone world, was hidden from the insatiable eyes of Monkey by raging warp storms. Ships started going missing more frequently in the systems close to the planet. Even the most courageous captains gave the region a wide berth, and it was named the Damned Reefs. Somewhere on the underside of reality lay Komorra, woven from manifold other dimensions and illuminated as always with the light of stolen suns. Its streets ever filled with screams and agony. Any misfortune experienced by the Dark City became another scar on its appalling face, lost among thousands of other vile blemishes. As long as pain pulsed in its blood-soaked spires, the insatiable and unshakable Komorra continued its flight through the webway, along with its unchanging ruler, the leader of the Cabal of the Black Heart and the most dangerous of all Drukhari, Asdrubal Vect. After the rogue trader's visit, dimensional rifts open around the spire of the Reaving Tempest, flooding the streets of Komorra with demons. This incursion terrified Komorra. The Cabal of the Black Heart managed to stop it, but some Archons saw the event as a sign of their leader's weakness. Others interpreted it as a grim omen for the entirety of the Dark City. The fall of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest united Komorra for a brief and bloody moment. The elites of the Dark City set their squabbles aside and found a new game in tearing apart the domain of Archon Eremis. The fate of the Reaving Tempest reminded the other Cabals that nothing lasts forever in the Dark City, save the city itself. Leaving the Necron systems behind, the Star God vengefully obliterated every tomb world of the ancient Xenos race. The old hatred of the Satan, betrayed by their deathless servants, whispered inside him. The voice of Vox Master Victus Suri Otter of the Toloman dynasty was long heard in the Cronus Expanse, trumpeting the arrival of the rogue trader. It brought glad tidings to the faithful and instilled horror in the heretics awaiting righteous retribution. After her death, Victus was granted the honor of being immortalized in a Herald Servo skull. For many centuries to come, her voice praised the Von Valentius dynasty, transmitting orders across decks. Master Helmsman Ravor diligently executed his duties until his dying day without once succumbing to sleep's sweet embrace. Only when a piece of shell penetrated the bridge's armored hull and was stopped by the stern officer's unyielding chest did he finally know rest, leaning against his trusty helm. Sacrificing his health in diligent service to the rogue trader and letting his waistline expand even more, High Factotum Janris Danrock watched over the dynasty's riches for years. The day his body was found sprawled over paperwork in his office, his assistant came forward with 2 reports. The most esteemed General Stanrock has passed away of natural causes due to complications of a weakened heart, and, as regards your assets, everything is in order. Vladium Tokara ended his days as a maintenance servitor on a janitorial team, losing his life due to an error by a technomat who sent him to clean a compartment scheduled for decompression. The technomat received a penance of 7 electro whippings and a fine equal to his annual pay as punishment for negligent handling of property. Urbend Drivestem cared more about preserving the influence of his line than the well-being of the Protectorate. His blind ambition lost him his governor's seat and the respect of his family. Within a few generations, one of the largest houses of Dargonus turned into an obscure family of petty aristocrats. Toriana Garprek missed the moment when her family, which had previously functioned like a well-oiled machine, started to fall apart. Racked by infighting, among her distant relatives, many blamed Toriana for the Kiavagama disaster. Soon, the Garprek family splintered into warring factions and spent centuries locked in a violent struggle, only occasionally punctuated by futile attempts to reunite the house. Macarius Sauerbeck was loyal to the rogue trader to the last. Despite all the rumors to the contrary, finding little affection among his subjects or family, he stayed true to himself, remaining a forthright, severe, and pious person. Macarius strived to ensure that every soul in his charge felt justifiable dread before both him and the God Emperor. Over the years, the Outer Sauerback even grew close to the rogue trader, at least as far as such a cold and ill-disposed person could. After he proved himself a dutiful and merciless warrior, he became the Warden of Dargonus and vigilantly guarded the Lord Captain's life and peace. Members of House Viserion served the dynasty faithfully and loyally, amassing more and more power. A century later, they had finally gained the respect enjoyed by other noble houses, yet power and luxury can dull any blade. The now pampered and idle aristocrats were scarcely recognizable as the descendants of the formidable Seneschal Viserion. Clementia Viserion, granddaughter of Abelard and Chancellor of Dargonus, executed her duties irreproachably and even found time to school the younger generations of her family. She was an equally skilled mentor, chancellor, and political operative. After a century of immaculate service, she surprised everyone by leaving her position and becoming the first mate on a trade ship. She would later admit, like a true Viserion, that she had always had a passion for ships and voidfaring. This is a lot of information, folks. I need to take a drink. branches of houses Gurprak and Wasarian became intertwined for a time after the marriage of Astacia and Visant. To the great sadness of the couple and the great amusement of the spiteful Dargonus nobility, their marriage produced no children. Just like her ancestors, Astacia Wasarian Gurprak dedicated her life to service. Crushed by the events that shook the stability of his house and his inability to provide an heir, Visant lived in his wife's shadow. When his time came, he passed away without notice. The retribution that Nocturne of Oblivion promised the Rogue Trader arrived when relentless Aldari Avengers swept down on the Von Valencia's protectorate. In their wake, several Harlequin troops performed the monstrous and mesmerizingly bloody Melody of Coals Fading in the Night that bathed Janus in the sorrow and fury of the playwright in a horned mask. The savage deeds of Gordai Skatov witnessed on Footfall traumatized him forever. I think I know who that is. His architectural genius was shattered. Only the rare collections of true connoisseurs held his work, written in a shaky hand. Footfall, the ultimate void station and mortuary. I'm not sure I know who that one is, Gordai Skatov. Having completed his last journey with his Lord Captain, Abelard Wasarian, with the gracious permission of the Rogue Trader, left his post as Seneschal and took over the helm of his large family. House Wasarian rose above its rivals and was never again the target of persecution. Even after their esteemed patriarch died decades later in his bed, surrounded by his grieving loved ones. Abelard's shining memory was blighted only by rumors of a creeping madness in the twilight of his life. Many said they had seen the esteemed Seneschal talking to someone unseen, in a voice filled with unusual tenderness and sorrow. Oh, we know who he was talking to. After the victory on Epitaph, Argenta left the Rogue Trader. An insatiable flame burned brighter and brighter in her soul, hungry for vengeance, and so the sister embarked on her own personal crusade. At first, she hunted and exterminated the remaining followers of the Final Dawn, and then she pursued those who had abetted them, and then anyone in whom she saw a hint of heresy. Even when she directed her wrath against entire cities, no power could stop Argenta. Clad in her sacred armor, she left a trail of fire and blood across the expanse, a trail that ended on Salus Prime. No one knows why the sister returned for a third time to the planet, where she had found her relic, but after descending to its surface, she mysteriously vanished. Since then, there have been incessant pilgrimages in search of Salus Prime. Legend has it that the renowned Argenta wanders the ancient ship, awaiting the hero of purest heart to whom she will bestow the one star, and mercilessly slaying those in whom she detects even a sliver of darkness. No one knows whether the legend is true, yet of the thousands who have tried to enter the ancient ship, not one has returned alive. Jay Haidari basked in the Rogue Trader's light for many years. Trying to make the most of such illustrious patronage, alas, her appetites were insatiable, and 2 decades later, she brazenly attempted a coup. It was a failure, and she found herself on the executioner's block. For the end, she bestowed one of her famous smiles on the thronging rabble in farewell. Heinrich van Kalox, the former interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, took the mantle of Lord Inquisitor after his mentor's death, receiving both the Inquisitor's rosette and the duty of defending the sector from the enemies of humanity. Van Kalox became the new warden of the Coronis Expanse. After laying his hands on the instruments of mass destruction, the Inquisitor announced a crusade against the many heresies of the Expanse. With no regard for the lives lost and no mercy for the smallest of offenses, he purged the region with fire and sword, uniting thousands of fanatics under his banner. When Inquisitor Van Kalox's time came to an end, he left behind a massive retinue of acolytes. One of them assumed his mentor's mantle when the Inquisitor fell, fighting against unknown Xenos in the galactic south of the Expanse. The Lord Inquisitor found a most loyal ally in Incendia Corda. He gladly became a lethal instrument of retribution in Van Kalox's hands, knowing no rest. Despite scandalous rumors about a love affair with the Rogue Trader, Lady Navigator Cassia continued to accompany her lover among the stars of the Expanse for a time. Their love was like a candle flame, warm, tremulous, insatiable, and quickly extinguished. When Cassia took the throne as Novator, love gave way to duty. Some praised their doomed love over glasses of Amasac, while others cursed it and spat in disgust. Yet, Even after entering an arranged dynastic marriage and passing on her precious genes, Cassia kept in contact with the only person she had ever fully loved until her dying day. In her journeys with the rogue trader, Cassius Orselio experienced all the hardships and delights of the galaxy. The invaluable experience and new knowledge helped her to finally conquer her fears and accept herself and her powers. The Lady Navigator became Novator of her house, tasked with addressing the consequences of Tisophone's rule and the chaos that followed her disappearance. For the duration of her reign, she patiently worked on uniting the feuding branches of the house, forging alliances and expanding the influence of House Orselio. The Starway Atlas, which contained the memories of Tisophone and the Sethala clan, lost its power. House Orselio's navigators once again had to rely on the skill alone in the depths of the Immoterium. Many lost their lives, but those who survived the crisis became hardened veterans and pillars of the house. Most of those fortunate souls were young and brave. Too few among them were old and wise. In announcing the discontinuing of the cycle, the Amanat Collective instilled terror in the hearts of those who revered the theorems of purity, but it gave hope to others. After gathering its disciples and recruiting servo soldiers from the vassal planets, it ventured to the worlds of the Screaming Vortex and to the infernal forges of the Dark Mechanicus. This march of re-indoctrination was meant to seize the stolen secrets of the Omnissiah from the hands of the heretics, temper the cult in the fire of battle, and transform it into a tool for both eradication and comprehension. The fleet disappeared in the darkness, and only rare echoes of its astropathic messages were ever intercepted. The unit Abel Hanuman continued his service to the Amanat Collective. In unity with 5 companion minds, he rediscovered the joy of direct, cognitive communication, unmarred by inborn otherness. While outwardly silent, he joyfully described the images, concepts, and ideas that the Omnissiah revealed to him. Fulfilling his function, he overflowed with the exaltation of efficiency. After joining the Stormbiters, Ulfar Thunderlung soon became the pack leader, taking the place of Thorvald, who met an honorable end. The new leader sent a message to Fenris stating his intention to remain in the Expanse. There were too many enemies yet lurking in these hunting grounds that deserved the Allfather's wrath. Legends paved the formidable pack's path in gold. Years later, Ulfar found a battle in which he could meet his honorable death, but the warp was suddenly torn asunder. The ships from Fenris, bearing the mark of the wolf head, came to his aid, saved from the battlefield by his loyal companion, Halbrand. Ulfar accepted the honors of the Dreadnought and was entombed in sacred armor. During the blessed ritual, he cursed and demanded to be left to his death, but his brothers merely answered with mirthful laughter. When he recovered his senses, Ulfar led his forces to the heathen stars. The Allfather had given him a new mission in a near-death vision. No one in the Expanse has heard word of the Space Wolves since their departure, yet many believe that one day they will return, victorious. It is rumored that the true cause of Thorvald Ironhide's demise was treachery. Faced with a superior enemy, the Space Wolves called on their allies for help, but a nearby squadron of the Cognizance fleet withdrew, defiantly broadcasting that the blood debt to Archmagus Amanat is not forgotten. Such was the echo of the deeds of the rogue trader of House von Valentius, deeds that transformed the Cronus Expanse and prepared it for events even darker and more violent. But those are the events of a different story. This one has come to an end. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. After that, I feel like that speech took as long as the end fight. And after all of that, we have come to an end. Oh, if I hold enter, I speed level it up. We're gonna, obviously, hey, let's play glory to these wonderful people that have gone and made this game. And so that just leaves me to say that until next time, ladies and gentlemen, where we will be starting a new playthrough on Iconoclast, we will be looking to grab all of the companions, as opposed to, well, we killed an Eldari, we shot a potential heretic in the head. We probably won't, because I know you can get Mazurai. That's still a little bit iffy, because we're going to be Iconoclast, but I don't know, he's extremely heretical. I don't know if we'll quite go that far in. And I believe you do get another character on the Void Shadows DLC as well, so we'll potentially get that character. I believe there's also a new class to play with. But we will look at all of that when we actually go to start the game. That just leaves me to say that this is the last stream for a few weeks because I'm actually traveling. So I'm very happy we got to finish this. That was really the plan. So I am traveling for a couple of weeks, so there won't be any live streams for a little while. There is still going to be content on the channel. Don't worry about that. There is plenty of content that will be pre-recorded and put on the channel. But this just leaves me, ladies and gentlemen, to say that until we see you again in the new year, I hope that you have a fantastic Christmas, have a fantastic new year, and as per always, I hope that you can stay safe, happy, and healthy.